How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're returning from one of my previous videos, I appreciate you coming back. Before I begin, I want to apologize for my voice. My body can't decide if it wants to be sick or not right now, so I'm a little congested. So I apologize in advance for that. Now, the video itself is I'm going to be going over my Crye JPC 2.0. This is a revised video. My first ever video, I went over this plate carrier, but I'm redoing it because that first video, I was stuttering a lot, I was nervous. The camera angles weren't very good, it was very wobbly, and I didn't really describe anything on here. I was just like, here's a flag, here's a pouch. I didn't really describe it at all. So I'm gonna redo it and improve in today's video. So let's get into it. The plate carrier itself is the Crye JPC 2.0. The reason why I run the JPC is because it's really light, really easy to shoulder rifle here. I have run multiple plate carriers before this. I did run the ABS for a while. The ABS is really nice if you're carrying a lot of weight. However, if you're not, it's just unnecessary bulk. And I'm not running a whole ton of weight. So I chose the JPC, which is perfect. It's lightweight, holds what I need it to, and is better for what I use it for than what the ABS did for me. However, if I did need to carry a lot of weight, I definitely choose the ABS. Now, let's get into the setup itself. Starting at the top of the front plate bag, you have that built-in admin pouch with the 3 bands of elastic. What I throw in here is chem lights. I run 2 greens, 2 blues, and 2 IRs. 2 in each of those elastic cells. The greens I leave slick. The blues I put a strip of electrical tape around the top. And with the IR ones, I'll loop a rubber band around the top. And that's just a physical identifier, so I don't have to look down, pull one out, look at it. I could just feel by the base of them if I need to grab one. Going down below that admin pouch, I got a IR American flag. I bought this one off Amazon. I don't remember the brand. I wouldn't recommend buying IR stuff off Amazon. There's OP Tactical makes some. Ronin Tactics makes some. If you're looking for a flag like this, I'd check them out. I wouldn't trust an Amazon one. I just needed one in a pinch, so I risked it, and got lucky with this one. Going off to the left here, I got my PTT retained by a hair tie. The reason why I changed this for the longest time I rocked a Ranger band, which finally kind of gave way and snapped on me. So I switched out to a hair tie. Hair ties are nice because they're kind of like shock cord. It's not gonna snap and it retains it really well. So wish I would have done this sooner. It's really nice. Way better than a Ranger band. Going over to the right, I got my med shears tucked in behind the plate bag. These are really nice. Med shears do a lot more than what they were made for. They're really good at opening things that your hands can't get open. So really nice to have them at easy access right here. Going down below that, got my 3 mags. This is just the normal Crye triple M4 mag pouch. In the bottom of these pouches, I put a small piece of foam about yay tall. The reason why I did that is without that, these mags sit really low, and I wanted to get a better purchase on them when I'm grabbing them. I used to also run a S-Tac Kiwi insert in this left one here for a speed mag. However, I stopped doing that and changed that out just because that S-Tac one was very bulky, or not very, but it was bulky. And it just added some bulk like that right there, which wasn't a huge fan of. And I have a speed mag on my belt, so I don't really need 2 speed mags, and also still really fast to get it out with that bungee, so didn't need it. Going around to the left side here, I got on my support side, another mag. Just got airsoft mags in here now. I like this pouch. This is my favorite pouch. I have a video on this pouch just because of how versatile it is. I can plus up to 2 mags in here if I need more ammo. I can throw a smoke grenade in here. Just a plethora of things. If I need to run another radio, I can throw another radio in here just by loosening the shock cord, which is really nice. Really like this pouch. And what I'll do is, if I use these mags, just say I use this one, I'll take this mag from here, throw it in there. That's what I like to do, just to keep these ones in front at easy access. Going around to the other side of the plate here, right now I just got this replica radio off Amazon just to fill the space when I don't have a real one in here. It's pretty much identical, I'd say. I do like rocking my radios internal over external, simply because then I could easily access them and it doesn't take up space on my cummerbund, which as a skinny guy, I don't have a lot of space on my cummerbund or my belt, so that's kind of important to take some stuff off there. I use the Velcro closure on here instead of the buckle. Just that buckle is a little bulky, and I never really have to pull this out. Going to the front of the cummerbund, so in front of this is the ATS EOD slider pouch, which I use as a GP pouch. I put a little piece of sticky Velcro down here at the bottom, just because the Velcro they give you just adds a lot of extra height to the pouch, which I didn't need, so I just put some sticky Velcro down there. In here, I keep electrical tape, spare batteries, CR123s, AA's, those small circle, I don't know what the kind of battery they are, but they're for like Trigicon RMRs, and I have a couple small zip ties in there. Down below those, I got a balaclava if I want to cover my face, and I got a SSE bag, which is nice if I have to grab things that I don't have pockets for, just stuff in here. Really nice to have on hand. Really like this pouch too. It's got shock cord, so you can cinch it down to whatever you have in there. Now I'm going to flip it around to the back. Right now on the back I have the TMC replica, the Crye back panel, because Crye doesn't make these anymore. They make the 2.0s, but the 2.0s have a lot of overhang because they have that M4 mag pouch, which I'm not a fan of. Their 1.0s are way better in my opinion. They fit the plate bags way better. So that's why I rock a replica, not an official one. It's just because Crye doesn't make them anymore. I used to use the turtle back panel here. I think it's called the turtle, just the big old stuff it pouch. However, I didn't really need to hold a whole lot of stuff. If you need to hold a bunch of stuff, this is good for that. But I didn't need to. What I needed was to hold extra flashbangs, as I wanted more flashbangs, and this could hold up to 6 flashbangs, which is a lot and is way nicer than rocking them on my cummerbund like I used to do. I used to rock a inverted Longship Designs flashbang pouch right here on the rear of my cummerbund. Changed that out for this, which I like. Just below that you have the GP pouch on this back panel, which holds my goggles and some paracord. Paracord is nice for tying things down, making stuff. It's just nice to have paracord, and it's super light. That's all I keep in there. However, this is a huge pocket, so I could just throw miscellaneous stuff in here. Below that, I got these 2 rows of Velcro. I'm not really sure what you'd rock down there. You could probably run a horizontal mag pouch. However, I've never found the need to do that, but you probably could. If you could think of other stuff to rock down here, let me know. One nice thing about back panels is how modular they are, is you could just unzip it. If I need to use this, I can put it on here in 5 minutes, probably less, because I just unzip the 2, unbuckle the MOLLE straps, and then zip this on and buckle the MOLLE straps. So I really like back panels. They're super modular. For hydration, I don't have it in here right now. I keep my hydration bladder out of my gear and clean it after I use it, just so it doesn't get moldy. But when I use this, I'll throw the hydration bladder in this sleeve right here of the back panel, which Crye put on here. I really like this. You can hold the hydration, holds it really tight. Just tuck this Velcro tab down. That is also on this pouch here, but it doesn't use Velcro, it just uses a snap for it. You can see the antenna of my radio here. Going up to the shoulder straps, I just got the simple ones that come with the JPC, and through them I run the relocation cable. On my real radio, I run one from Safariland. I don't remember what it's called, but I think you could still find them on their website. But in the shoulder strap, I put a little piece of 1-wrap here just to help keep it from snagging. Run the antenna relocator through there, around through the back, snakes around, and holds my radio like that. On the other side, don't got anything on here, so this quick release is still functional. That's one thing you got to remember with relocation cords, is if you use them and you put them through your shoulder straps, it eliminates this quick off capability, because this is also connecting the 2 plate bags. So you just got to remember that. Same if you do anything with the cummerbund, which is one nice thing about having an internal radio, is then you don't have cords all snaked through your cummerbund. So that pretty much covers my entire setup on here. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And as always, I hope you all have a fantastic day.